So today I want to talk about our story-making mind. So what is our story-making mind? Our story-making mind, like a story, makes up a part of the story. So fills in the gap of a part of the story. For example, in a story there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. Everything makes sense. There's a reasoning behind it. It flows. And so our mind have a tendency to do that, to want to find reason and to want to make the story flow. So what happens in our story making mind is that there are times in our life where we fill in the gap with information that might not be very factual. For example, when I was coaching a client, my client had this huge epiphany during our coaching session, and she realized that she was making up a story to keep herself from doing what she needed to do. So the story that she made up was that she had a couple interactions with her contractor, who she works for, and the interaction was not very well. She thought that this young boss just didn't have the company together, wasn't really doing great with the company. So she didn't have a great impression of this young boss. So what she made up a story in her mind to keep her safe and to keep her from doing the work she needed is that, well, they don't like me. They're not going to give me the products and services I need in order to make my business successful. And that's why my business is not successful, is because I'm not getting these equipments. I'm not getting the stuff that I need to make my business successful. So this lady is out to get me. None of that is factual, but it was huge. It was a huge awareness for her because she realized that a couple of the interactions had turned into making up a story in her head about the fact that this company does not like her, and so they're not going to give her what she wants or needs in order to have her business be successful anyways. And so she never went to ask for help, and she never went to propose her business ideas to this young company. So I wonder if you have story making mind, and what kind of stories are you making up in your own mind to fill in the gaps and to limit yourself from growing. I'd be very interested to know, and I'd love for you to share comments below. Email me, call me, any of those. But I love to hear if you find any awareness about some stories that you're making up that you don't know if it's really factual, but you made it up based on maybe a couple of little tidbits of information, and you created the full story. Introduction, the middle, the climax, and the end of the story, and how it's like, so that you can keep yourself comfortable essentially in allowing yourself to not grow and allowing yourself to be safe. So I'd be very, very curious if you have a story making mind, and what stories have you made up in your life, and how has that affected you, and how has that limited you from growing. So feel free to comment below. All right, I'll talk to you later.